Have you ever had a feeling that something was not right? You couldn't explain it, but something inside you said, don't do it. And then you ignored that feeling, only to realize later that you should have listened to yourself. And what if that quiet feeling was not just a feeling? What if your Ori was trying to get your attention? I am Abimbola. Welcome to SHIW Holistic Empire, where we heal, align, and empower through holistic and spiritual wisdom. In the last episode, we talked about Ori and why it is considered our first spiritual companion. So let's go deeper. How does Ori actually speak to us? Many people expect spiritual guidance to be so dramatic. They expect visions, loud signs, supernatural experiences, but guidance does not always come that way. Sometimes Ori speaks quietly. It can come through your intuitions, it can come through your dreams, that feeling that tells you that something is not right. It can come through a sense of peace. You may not have all the answers at the moment, but something inside you says, go ahead. Sometimes it comes through your dreams, through your repeated thoughts. It will keep coming back to you. And sometimes through a very strong inner knowing that you cannot easily explain. The person, anybody that has mastered the act of being able to listen to his or her Ori, are those people, most times people will call you have something supernatural, something. I don't want to start diverting. So sometimes through a strong inner knowing that you cannot even explain, and here is something very, very important. Not every feeling is the voice of Ori. Fear can speak too. Your ego can speak, your desire can speak, anger can speak, and sometimes we mistake what we want for what we are being guided towards. And this is why discernment is very, very important. You have to learn how to be quiet, to pray, to reflect, to meditate, to observe yourself, to observe your environment, to observe the patterns of your life, and give yourself some time before you make important decisions concerning your life. Because when the mind is constantly noisy, it becomes so difficult to recognize your own inner wisdom. There's another thing I want you to remember. Ori is not an excuse to ignore wisdom from others. Sometimes guidance can come through other people, through the elderly ones, through some kind of experiences that you have had in the past or presently, through honest correction from someone that is close to you and that loves you, through the consequences of your own choices. So spiritual maturity is learning how to recognize the difference. So the next time that you feel that inner hesitation, don't immediately ignore it. Pause. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to show me? And don't rush the answer. Sit with it. Listen. Reflect. Because sometimes the guidance you are looking for is not coming from the outside. It is within you. So it is asking you to become quiet enough for you to be able to hear what is already within you. So most of the answers that you are looking for outside are there within you. And that is why when someone is telling you something, like maybe you go for a spiritual checkup, spiritual guidance, spiritual consultation, when the spiritualist is telling you something about yourself, you'll be like, I noticed this, I've been going through, you are right, you are true. You understand? So in the next episode, we will be exploring Ori destiny. And one important question: is your destiny already written? I am Abimbola. This is SHIW Holistic Empire. Heal, align, empower, elevate. Ashe.